say, hey, mazee, I have to celebrate life. Kuna time inafika unapata, beshte yako alienda. Na after alienda, na unasema, no, life has no rehearsal. Every decision that I make must make sense. Why? Because I have decided that even as he has left, what is remaining of me is not to continue mourning. No. But to celebrate and to make impact in the life that I am living. I want to give us just few meanings that I got from the scripture, from the definition of the word Zoe. One definition of the word Zoe that I was able to get is that, and we have shared about it, Zoe is the God kind of life. It signifies the uncreated divine life unique to only God himself. I repeat, it signifies the uncreated divine life unique to only God himself. Ladies and gentlemen, I submit to you this morning, there is no one who can own up and say that I am the creator of life. Because its beginning and its end is indefinite. Nobody can say he began life. Take me to Genesis chapter 1 and verse 1. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Verse number 2. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. What does it mean? There was no definition of a Genesis. God himself was the definition of Genesis. And so when we say that it is never, as we say that Zoe signifies the uncreated divine life of God, only unique to himself. It was never created. It was not among the the things that were created from day 1 to day 6. No. It was uniquely in itself. There was life in the beginning, even before everything existed. Are we together? Our second point about Zoe is that Zoe is the abundance and the fullness of life. Zoe is the abundance and the fullness of life. How do you say that you have life? Allow me to ask. Titus, what makes you say that you have life? That you have the abundance and the fullness of life. What can you say about that? Okay. Write this down. Zoe represents a fullness of love, joy, power, and ability to be imparted from God to the human spirit. Zoe represents a fullness of love, joy, power, and ability that is imparted from God to the human spirit. What does that mean? When I say that you have life, what does that mean? The joy of God, the Lord is in you. There is no particular sign that is in you that shows that there is a negativity in your life. I love how our pastor says that ana time ya stress. Akikupata anapita tu na wewe. Mtamaliziana hapo na after hapo yeye yuko sawa. Kwa sababu gani? He has refused to allow baggage in his life. That the fact that he is living, he knows that there must be joy for anything that he is doing over his life. He knows that when whatever thing happens, I have the power and the ability to control what happens in my life. Now that is life. I can say that is life because you can be able to see that he is not entertaining any form of negativity. That is one thing that shows that he is full of life, that he has joy, love, and power upon anything that he is doing. Are we together this morning? I want us to read something from the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 12. 1 John chapter 5 and verse 12, what does it say? It says, he who has the Son has life. He who does not have the Son of God does not have life. What does that mean? When you step into the fullness of God, you proclaim that you have fullness of life. That takes us to our next point. That, according to what God placed in my heart, Zoe redefines your existence in life. Zoe redefines your existence in life. Can I repeat that? Zoe redefines your existence in life. That is a very interesting point, because what do I mean when I say that? I mean that Zoe is the essence of salvation. When you receive Jesus Christ through faith, you have life. That's what it says in the scripture. He who has the Son of God has life. He who doesn't have the Son of God does not have life. Are we together? The moment you accept with your heart and you believe in your heart and you confess with your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord, you have entered into a dimension of life. You will be dead to sin. You will be able to have now, you will shift from a natural dimension to a supernatural